You know, all you need to do is just soak into this noble experience, an experience that has been created by our gifted artisans from rural Bengal. And they are actually contemporizing everything so that it meets the Z next, and it kind of, allows them to feel free to wear the outfits, to kind of understand what this work is all about and accept it into their daily lives, accept it for all kinds of weddings, parties, festivities, and everything that is happening all around. And one such beautiful piece is this particular saree, friends, where our artisans have shown the kind of gossip that is happening. They are the gossip mongers which have been put on display. So these are actually stories happening, friends. These are actually canvases. These are just pieces of art that has been created by our artisans. Can you see the two women gossiping, and there are butterflies and there are flora and fauna all around, and can you see the beautiful colors, amazing colors, it is so colorful. It can easily be worn to a party. And the best thing that Maatir Maanush does is that Maatir Maanush converts them into beautiful pieces of art by converting them into beautiful outfits, silhouettes, ensembles, whatever appeals to you and the Z next. Because Maatir Maanush has a dream to move into the territories where no one has ever stepped before. That is to reach out to the Z next, to reach out to all those people who would like to see themselves in a Maatir Maanush costume. This is what it is. And if you see this neck piece on me, this is also a Maatir Maanush. I have picked it up from places where I felt that this kind of jewelry would work with the saris and outfits created by Maatir Maanush. It is actually created by someone else, but I have picked up these pieces because they go so well. These are like Kantha neck pieces which go so well with the Maatir Maanush look, friends. So can you see how our artisans are contemporizing everything? I mean, they are just so wonderful. I mean, they are actually more than lift graduates. They are creating magic. They are creating poetry with all these beautiful canvases. And Maatir Maanush is taking this poetry forward by creating outfits out of these, which will be shown to you a little later, friends, because we are in this process of creating outfits with all these saris. And once we put this into put it into production, we will also show you the things that we are creating. This is basically the blouse piece happening here, friends. There is another beauty that I would like you to see and appreciate. These are the apsaras in action. Can you imagine? This also looks a little like, too heavenly. Can you see the lotuses that are blossoming? The colors, the beautiful colors that is sitting on the sari, the beautiful amalgamation of colors, friends. It is such a hatke kind of a color. And just look at these canvases. Look at these beautiful pieces. I mean, they are so enduring, so amazing. And if you were to wear it like a sari, then this is the pallu. This is the pallu, friends, where there are so many lotuses blossoming all over, and you can see these beautiful apsaras. I call them the apsaras, the beauties who are sitting on these lotuses blossoming underneath. This talks about how life could blossom, how we could all blossom if we just learn to manifest it. This is like how life should be for every person stepping into this earth plane, friends. Just see how beautiful it is, how dainty it is. The collection of, saris that I have from these artisans is just out of this world, friends. I want to show you another pretty sari. This is so amazing. These are masterpieces, friends. Once you spend on them, once you have them in your wardrobe, you have them forever and ever again. It's like it's like an heirloom piece that stays with you forever. This is basically, friends, I'm holding it upside down. Sorry for that. This sari projects basically the mandalas. The way, the spiritualists, the spiritual people, they step into these mandalas and they do their yoga and they do their sadhana. So this sari basically shows that. Half the sari is in this beautiful golden color and the other half of the sari, excuse me, friends, the other half of the sari is in this resplendent off-white. And here you see how the sari, how the colors, how the beautiful mandalas are screaming out at you, waiting to be in your wardrobe, waiting for you to feel like stunners when you wear them. And this is the blouse piece, friends. So you can see the amalgamation of colors, gold with off-white. Isn't it a beauty, friends? This is just so amazing. This is a work of art. You can even create canvases out of this in your home, in your living room. This is so amazing. And this is one of my eternal favorites, friends. Before I show this, I want you to take a look at all these neck pieces that I have collected from a certain designer who's women artists. They make these Kantha neck pieces and they sell like hotcakes because they do so well with outfits, with saris, with sarongs, with anything and everything you want to wear. They just kind of scream out and they make a name for themselves, they just kind of, bring you into the picture. They kind of, highlight everything that you're wearing and they bring out the best in you. So just take a look at the neck pieces, friends. If you want to own any of these neck pieces, you're most welcome to do so. Price would be on request and you can always call us on 98302-26429 or you can DM us for a virtual appointment anytime and we will give you a suitable time and space where you can actually soak into this wondrous experience. This is another beauty, friends. This is another beauty. This is Kantha, which is interspersed with cross stitch. The artisan who does this work takes about 8 to 9 months to complete one Kantha sari. And she waits for another 5 to 6 months to be able to heal her fingers as she goes deep into the stitches. So she has to heal herself and then she starts on a new project. She starts on a new sari. Can you see the beautiful achal or the pallu of the sari? It is incredible. See the crimson colors. I mean, this is so happening. This is so amazing, friends. Today, actually, I have been showcasing to you saris which are canvases, which are art pieces, which are collective pieces, which is like a collection, which can go into your wardrobe for once and forevermore. This is another beautiful piece of art. It tells a story, friends. It tells a beautiful story of a naive village girl, a naive village bride actually, who is looking out of the window, and she is looking at all the parchils. Parchils are old walls, old dilapidated walls that you find in the zamindari baris, and she wonders why there is so much of rain happening and everything is crumbling down. And the parchils have creepers, and she is in a somber mood. She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know whether this will anyway stop ever. This destruction, this devastation, will it ever stop again? And here you see, they have shown the beautiful parchils, the old parchils happening, where they are now totally in an array. They are actually not at all in a good state, and all these parchils are actually crumbling under pressure from Mother Earth. And this lady, she wonders what is going to happen to Mother Earth and why is so much destruction happening anyways. Now I'm going to show you the final sari, friends. This is the grand finale, where I'm going to showcase blossoms. Blossoms all the way. Beautiful blossoms. What kind of blossoms are these? These are all lotuses. Beautiful lotuses happening, and see the kind of workmanship that has gone into it. This is not even posto kantha, this is jiri kantha, the smallest kantha stitches possible. And if you see the leaves, I want to show you the leaves that they have done in the sari. They are just incredible, friends. They are simply incredible. See the kind of work. See the kind of workmanship that has gone into these lotus leaves. Can you figure it out? The kind of work that has gone into these lotuses. I mean, this is just mind-boggling. It is just out of this world. And this is done on a pure Gachi Toshur sari. All these blossoms, all these lotuses running through the length of the sari. Isn't this like amazing, friends? Just the kind of stitches, the kind of workmanship that has been put in by these women, these village women who do these saris. Just see the ducks in the pond. Just see the kind of fine stitches that go to create these ducks, that go to create these leaves. Simply a divine design, I would say, friends. This is so amazing. This is so incredible. Owning a piece is like having a piece of art, in your closet. Something that you could just pass on from generations to generations. And they could be heirloom pieces which remain as artwork with you. You can even hold them as canvases on the walls, whichever ways you're comfortable. So today, Maatir Maanush has gone a full circle. It has gone gung-ho, friends. And I am getting calls from people. I'm getting people to wear these designs who are from all different walks of life. But the one thing common between them is their artistic eye, their discerning eye for anything that is so good, friends. So thank you, friends. Have a wonderful evening. Have a cuppa. And you can always see this video again and again and again for a mesmerizing experience. Maatir Maanush is here for you at 9830226429.